Welcome to In the Zone, the Washington, D.C. sports show that's bringing you all the latest in local sports news. We're live here at the Crystal City Sports Club here in Arlington, Virginia. A great place to come and watch all your favorite sporting events. I'm your host, James Flamez, sitting here with the, once again, unbiased sports analyst. Don't worry, I won't rip the Miami Dolphins this time. Extraordinaire Jason Herbek. What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. You ready to rock and roll today?
Of course, always.
Well, today we're going to be talking some NFL, little college football, going on the record with a few of our predictions, and we'll see what Jason has to say about his AFC East, which I still don't think is stronger than the NFC East, but we'll see what you have to say about that. Well, let's go right into it. The hot topic that's in town once again is, of course, the Washington Redskins. We're going to talk about how much do you think they will improve with Donovan McNabb and Mike Shanahan at the helm?
I got them going 8-8 this year. Mm-hmm. Not a playoff team,
okay,
but a definite improvement. Mm-hmm. And I think they're, as long as McNabb resigns, I think they're building something for the future.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I think so. I think Donovan McNabb, the record was 4-12 last year.
Yeah.
I think Donovan McNabb is good for 3 wins. That's 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I think Mike Shanahan is good for 3 wins. That's 8, 9.
You're not going 10 wins.
All right. They're going to lose 1. They're going to lose 1. They may not go 10. Okay. I'll go with 9. We're going to go with on the record. I'm going to give you I kind of gave it away a little bit, but we're going to go on the record with the team record. But I think both of them are good for about 3 wins.
Yeah.
They're due about a fluke game. And I think if you look at the draft, I think that the Redskins were not the worst team in that draft. I think they have better talent than what they've shown. If you look at the teams that were around them, first pick Rams, second pick Lions, third pick Tampa Bay, the 5th Kansas City, Seattle, Browns, Oakland, the Bills. You can make a record that the Redskins have a better talent than all those teams.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, better talent than all those teams.
Yeah.
So I think a coaching change, a quarterback upgrade.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely, and Jim Haslett came, 3-4 defense. They caught up with the times a little bit. We've always been a 4-3 team.
Yeah.
We being the Redskins fans. We've always been a 4-3 team, but a 3-4, I'm telling you, I've seen some rookies on this team. If they let them go, if they blitz, I'm telling you.
Oh, no. Their defense will be good under Haslett, especially going at 3-4. I think Arakpo is going to have a really good season.
Yeah.
They're going to ask him to sack or, pursue the quarterback a lot. Yeah. And that's what he was born to do,
Yeah.
He's just going to get sacked. So, I like the Redskins as a team this year more than last year, definitely, but I still don't see them as a playoff team this year. Sorry.
Anyway.
I'm the voice of reason, bro.
Yeah, reason, really? Yeah, we'll see about that. All right, let's head up north a little bit. Let's talk about the Ravens. How do you think the Ravens are going to do this year?
All right, the Ravens are going to be better this year. I think you got another year for Flacco and Ray Rice. Mm-hmm. I think they're both going to be a lot better. Plus, you have Bolden on that offense, which brings toughness. He's automatically their number 1 receiver. I mean, the dude, 2 years ago, went across the middle and broke half of his face against the Jets. Mm-hmm. When he was on the Cardinals, didn't even take any painkillers for it, and he was back in the game like a month later.
Yeah. I
mean, he's a tough guy. He is essentially, I think, not as vocal, but he is as tough as Ray Lewis is on defense. He's the Ray Lewis of their offense.
Right. You know what I'm going to say? Ironically, I think their offense is going to be better than their defense this year.
Yeah, which is saying something. I don't think that's ever been the case in Baltimore.
I don't think I'm trying to think when they first came in. Well, they were sorry then. But I don't think they've ever got their offense going. I think this year they will get their offense going. Yeah. And I think they will take a step back. I think that they're struggling in DBs. Unless they get a DB in there to cover.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think they're going to take a step back.
I think the X factor for the Ravens this year is going to be Ed Reed's hip. Because now, he don't know when he's coming back.
Right.
And he is probably, if not the best safety in the game, he's probably top 3 safety in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And missing him is going to be huge, and he doesn't know right now when he's going to be coming back.
Yeah.
But see, I feel like with Ray Lewis on that defense, he will make everybody else pick up the slack for Ed Reed's absence. And like you said, their corners are suspect. But I still like them to win that division this year.
Who do you think is going to have a better record this year, the Ravens or the Redskins?
I think Ravens will have a better record this year.
You're sorely misguided, my friend. You're sorely misguided. Well, speaking of misguided, let's talk about Brett Favre. Are you getting tired of
we haven't talked about him yet.
Yeah, I know.
No, is he back? I don't know.
He's back.
Oh, really?
He's
I
back.
haven't heard.
Favre's back. Favre's back. His first preseason game, he played 1 series. I don't
4
know, man.
plays,
I think the whole act of his teammates having to go down there and get him, I don't like that. I'm all for, I was cool with him missing training camp and coming back and the whole 9. I'm not good with his teammates having a slumber party at his house and convincing him to come back. I'm not comfortable with that. It makes you feel like he doesn't want to come back and play.
Well, I think he and Childress were at odds. His ankle was banged up, and he just kind of needed that extra push. I mean, I agree. I'm tired of the far back, you know? And supposedly this is the last one. This is the final act of the movie.
He didn't say that, though. He didn't say it.
I mean, I don't see how he's going to come back again next year after doing this. I think this is it.
I think it is, too.
But, you know, I think Favre is good for the Vikings, obviously. He makes them a better team. And I think he's good for the league because, you know, it makes another good team in the league. But, you know, I blame him for doing this every year. I blame the media for covering it so heavily.
Yeah, they do.
And I also blame the Vikings for allowing him to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But, you know, even though Favre's coming back, I don't see them as, I mean, I have them as a wild card team this year, but I don't see them going deep in the playoffs. I think with Percy Harvin's migraines, you know, you don't know what you're getting there. And then with Sidney Rice, they just said, you know, he had hip surgery. He's going to miss the first 8 games of the season. Those are your top 2 receivers there. And they signed Javon Walker. But when was the last time he was good, you know?
I think the Vikings, well, we'll talk about that a little later when we go on the record, but I think they will take a step back also. So, now, I know this might be your favorite part of the show. Let's talk a little AFC East.
All right.
This is the NFC town, but we'll talk a little AFC East. Are the Jets the class of that division?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so. I think it's a lot of hype. People are getting caught up in the hard knocks. Rex Ryan. You know, I think he's a good coach, but I think he's a little more full of himself than he should be because they haven't proven anything yet. And they signed, you know, Tomlinson and Santonio Holmes on their offense, which will give Sanchez some more weapons, but Holmes is going to miss the first 4 games. And Sanchez hasn't looked that good in the preseason. And on defense, they're going to miss Revis a lot.
They will. They will. I don't care what they say. They're going to miss Darrelle Revis.
You know, Kyle Davis and Cromartie will step up nicely as the corners. But, I mean, Revis is, you know, he's Revis Island. I mean, the dude is the best corner in the game. So you're definitely going to miss him, especially their first 3 games are against Baltimore, New England, and Miami. So that means they're going against Bolden, Randy Moss, and Marshall with their first 3 games. You're going to miss those corners.
And I think that with all the hype surrounding the Jets, they're in New York City, and all that pressure. You see it every year with the Giants. They either start good, finish bad, start bad, slightly finish good. There's so much pressure in New York, so much pressure. Rex Ryan, they're an emotional team. Anything can set them off down. And if an injury happens, Sanchez is young. If an injury happens, it's going to derail them. 1 or 2 games, the city's going to go crazy.
Plus, I feel like this year it's a tougher division. I think the Dolphins are better with the addition of Brandon Marshall. They got younger on their defense as well because they got rid of Jason Taylor, who went to the Jets. And Joey Porter got him out of town. And I feel like they upgraded that with Carlos Stansby. And then Cameron Wake, who was the CFL leader in sacks for like 2 years in a row. He came to Miami last year. Kind of came in pass rushing situations, but he'll be an every down linebacker this year. But the team that's going to win that division this year is the Patriots.
I agree with you.
Nobody's talking about
I know.
them.
That's where I was going next. The Patriots are going to win. The Patriots are going to win. I think your Miami Dolphins have a chance to ease the Jets out because they're a tough team. They're coached well. They got weapons. They're a running team. They're hard to beat. I think that the Dolphins can edge out the Jets by maybe a game or so, depending on how emotional it gets. So, and I will say, I think your Dolphins are probably going to make the playoffs.
I think so too.
Pains me to say that, but I think they're going to go.
And with the Patriots, I mean, whoever thought we'd be talking about the Patriots as an underdog right now?
I know.
And you don't think Belichick and Brady are using that right now?
I know. That's exactly. They're using it just for motivation. Just for motivation. Well, on that note, we got to take a break. Jason and I will be back. We're going to talk a little bit more NFL. We're going to be going on the record. Once we go on the record, Jason, there's no getting out of it.
That's fine.
It's on the record. It's
I'm
on
ready.
tape. We're going to be revisiting this during the year.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back. Keep it here. You're watching In the Zone live at the Crystal City Sports Club.